Evening, everyone. It's about 5:35, 5:40, and this is your closing comment for Wednesday, the 26th, and it is video number 785. Okay, so there was a lot of news, a lot of earnings, mostly retail, but those were mostly this morning. Most of the retail stocks did pretty well on all of these earnings. We had Dick's Sporting Goods, which this morning I told you was up about 7, a little over 90, and managed to close the day 98.40, up 14.23 or 17%. Excuse me. Williams Sonoma also beat good guidance, 176 and a quarter, up just under 5 or 2.9%. One of the standouts was American Eagle, which also beat top and bottom, but with the run that the stock has had recently, it actually is trading down about 60 cents at 34.50, down 67 or just under 2%. The M&A news clearly was the Amazon MGM Studios, but it really didn't do much for the stock. There is no MGM stock, so there was nothing to look at there. But the number did come in around 8 million, pardon me, 8.45 billion, which was a little more than was being discussed around, and I'm sure a little less than MGM wanted to get. NVDA beat both top and bottom, was reported after the close. The stock had traded as high as 635 today, currently trading around 623, which is down 5. That one clearly has had a major run to the upside, and so, a little bit of pullback is probably in order. Workday beat both top and bottom, but it too was down $3 and change, 233.65 down 304. What was in vogue today were all of those old meme stocks. GameStop, which has been running for a couple of days, 242.56, up 33 or 16%. And AMC, which I mentioned this morning, which also has had a fairly substantial run, 1982, up another 341 or 21%. COS, which is the headphone company, which also ran with these, did nothing today, although it has moved from 16 and 3/4 to a high today of 23, closed 20 and a half. It's now down 28 cents, so not much. But BlackBerry, which has been consolidating for a while these stocks have been kind of dormant, 952 up 93 or 11%. Okay, the chart on the screen is the Bitcoin, and as you can see, it continues to probe a little higher, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. This is an area until this goes through 42,000, let's call it 500. I believe it's 240 and 350, but one, really needs to clear the high on the breakdown day, which is 43,500. So we're a good distance from that down here at 38.4, but we are up, and it was up just a shade over 1,000. The gold, which we talked about this morning, running into some resistance up here in the 1910 to 1920 area, actually reversed and finished down slightly on the day. Actually, they show it as up. I show it as down a couple of cents. But you can see it's definitely running into some overhead resistance here. Opened up, rallied up, as I said, to 1913, roughly the area where it broke down from. This was a $78 down day, so that's going to be tough to get through. And the high there is about 1918, so that's going to be a bit of a problem. The silver was underperforming regardless. It actually finished down on the day. Also, the dollar, however, was strong, had another little bounce, of course, after making a new recovery low. was up 40 cents today, which is not inconsequential. Um, but I'll show you what we look like. I mean, we broke to the downside yesterday, pretty close to a new closing low, and then this morning we bounced back up. Actually, it was more like this afternoon after the 5 year um, Treasury note auction. Bonds were about unchanged, and our favorite position here, which is the nat gas, the only one we have a position in, 302.70 up $5 and change. The lumber was down 1339, so it had been down, limit down, and closed down 57. But the coffee looks like a new recovery high and definitely a recovery high close here. Yep, new high, recovery high close. So this is looking like 160 to me, pretty much straight away. On the stocks, as you can see, this is the BlackBerry moving higher, and our little one, Tellurian, which is the way that we are long term in the nat gas business. I mean, we have the UNG calls, but we also have Tellurian, and I've been building a position here. I think that this is going to be a phenomenal company. As I mentioned, the Amazon didn't do much of anything, was up a little, closed basically for a $3,300 stock. 0.3% is really not much of a move. And the other one that we had today, although it's not on the screen yet, we had the Zip Recruiter, which came at 18. That was the reference price. It opened at 1978. The low was 1932, and the high was 2169. The last is 2135, and it shows NA not available, or no comparison. But that was a solid performance for the day. All right, everyone. I'll be back first thing in the morning. We have, by the way, I almost forgot, the market was again kind of a mishmash. We were only up $10.59 in the Dow, but we were solidly 2 to 1 up. We were up $80.82 in the Nasdaq, and we were solidly 3 to 1 up there. So that's pretty impressive internals. Tomorrow is Thursday. Thursday is claims day. We have continuing and initial jobless claims. We have durable goods, and we have the next look at Q1 GDP. So I'll be back in the morning with all of that for you. Have a good evening.